It's the second question. This one comes from Kelly. And Kelly asks, given that no one person can fulfill all of our relationship needs, how can monogamy or the institution of marriage be legitimized as a forever proposition? And how should couples manage this? And what realistic expectations can be set?
Well, another really good question that cuts to the heart of a lot of issues in long-term monogamous relationships. It's worth taking a historical perspective that marriage is an old institution, been around for a long time. Love is a phenomenon that's been a constant in the human species for a long, long time. But the idea inherent in the question that one relationship is going to fulfill all of our needs, that we'll find in one other human individual the fulfillment of everything we could want, that's a relatively new idea. And it's a new expectation that has been developed really in the last century or even less than a century old, this idea. And I think, Kelly, that you're right. It's an unrealistic expectation. So it's unrealistic because we have many needs as people. A, we have many needs at any given time. And B, over time, our needs develop and change. And the way our needs develop and change may not be identical to how our partner's abilities to provide for our needs develops and changes over time. So what can we do about that? Well, one thing we can do, and I guess it's going to come up again and again today, is communicate what we need explicitly and openly. And the time to communicate that is early on. And it's when things are good to have those kind of conversations. And the second thing we can do is be aware that there are going to be needs that our partners fulfill and needs that our partners don't fulfill. And that's okay. In fact, that's inevitable. So it's something we'll have to accept whether we like it or not. And the third thing would be to decide what needs do I need my partner to fulfill and what needs can I get fulfilled elsewhere. And that's also a conversation that can be explicit both between partners and also within partners. It's something that people need to say for themselves, which is, given that one person, my partner, my spouse or my long-term partner, won't be able to fulfill all my needs, the question is, do they fulfill the important needs? Or the needs that are important to me, and is it okay that I get other needs fulfilled elsewhere? That seems to be a realistic balance that may well be the foundation of a successful long-term relationship.
It's a great answer. One of the things that fascinates me about relationships is that we can never really know from one day to the next whether our relationship is going to continue. And so the question of whether this really is a forever proposition is something that we need to discover every day in our relationships. And the idea that I come back to a lot when I think about this issue is that relationships are about maintenance. Relationships are about taking care of them every day. And the best way that we can know that this really can be a forever proposition, that a monogamous relationship or a long-term committed partnership really can hang around for the long term, is not just whether our needs are getting met right now, but what can we do to keep our relationship fresh and moving forward? Where's my partner? My partner's changing as a person. I'm going to be changing as a person. How can we monitor that? How can we track that? How can we get in front of that? And really try to minimize the number of bad surprises that are going to be coming up. Once we're able to do that and keep the relationship fresh and moving forward, recognizing that it's a changing, dynamic sort of entity, we can never really know whether it's going to last forever, but we can really hedge our bets and try to meet our partner's needs and convey to our partner what needs we need to have met, keep those issues open, keep those issues a topic of conversation, and that really will increase the chances that the relationship really can last and even grow stronger as time passes.
I have a strong feeling that that theme that relationships need to be nurtured constantly is going to come up again and again. It's just a guess.